partner had been dealing with something deeply unsettling inside their home. For several days, they kept returning to find their living room and...
You know what the fuck is deeply unsettling? Is that motherfucker's teeth right there, my boy. What the fuck is going on out there, dog?
their home.
What the fuck?
For several days, they kept returning to find their living room and kitchen completely disturbed. Pillows scattered across the floor, cabinets left half open, small objects thrown from their usual places. One time, an entire stack of neatly folded laundry was spread across the hallway, as if someone had deliberately walked through it. At first, one of them blamed the cat, but the other wasn't convinced. The mess didn't make sense. The cat simply wasn't strong enough to knock over or move half of what they were finding. So to settle the argument once and for all, they installed cameras. What those cameras recorded changed everything. The footage clearly proves one thing. The cat is innocent. But it also confirms something far more disturbing.
Hey,
there is
AI
another
voice
presence inside
tweet
the house,
the
one they
cat
never invited,
is innocent.
one they don't understand. And after watching the footage, their concern shifts completely from who could be doing this to what they might be living with. So watch closely. See if you notice what they did. After a second clip was shared, viewers in the comments began forming their own theories. Many said the movement felt exactly like a child spirit. But what made it more unsettling was that the activity didn't stop when the sun went down. Watch this. How do you explain a chair slowly rocking on its own in the middle of the night? Almost as if someone were sitting in it, gently pushing against the floor with their feet.
That
single detail shifted the entire conversation. Some viewers pointed out that nighttime activity like this usually means a presence has grown comfortable. Maybe too comfortable. Others believe the moving chair is directly connected to the mess seen during the day, suggesting the same unseen presence is responsible for both. And if it really is a child spirit, some think it may not even realize it's causing fear. Just playing, exploring, touching things that don't belong to it. But until more updates are shared, and until the couple figures out exactly what kind of presence they're dealing with, this case remains completely unsolved. In Michoacan, Mexico, a photographer named Paco was waiting inside his studio for his friend Eduardo to arrive so they could start working on a project together. While sitting there, Paco suddenly hears Eduardo's voice coming from outside the open window.
Eduardo!
It sounds like he's talking loudly to someone on the street below. Confused, Paco checks the security camera to see who Eduardo is speaking with, and what the camera shows is unsettling. Watch closely.
Eduardo. He's giving a nigga directions, nigga. Who you talking to, Eduardo? He's like, yeah, papá, tú tienes que ir para allá, ese lado ahí, una mano derecha, sigue por allá, y ahí llega, papi.
Güey, te juro por Dios, güey. Te lo juro por Dios que un señor me preguntó qué onda era la pinera. Te lo juro por Dios, güey. Un señor se me acercó y preguntó, oiga, disculpe, ¿dónde es la pinera? Y por eso le explico.
I told you he was asking for directions, nigga.
Te lo juro, güey, no mames.
He said, I swear to God, the dude was asking me for directions. He was asking me for a store, though. I forgot what the name of the store, but he was asking me for directions to the name of a store. That man blown. His mind's blown. He's like, I swear he was asking me. I can't believe I just guessed that. No.
Eduardo insists that a man had stopped him outside and asked for directions. But when Paco reviews the footage, there's no one there at all. No person, no movement.
That boy was giving
just
him
a strange white mist lingering where
una mano derecha es para allá y la tienda está ahí, papi.
The conversation
not knowing he talking to a fucking ghost.
been. So what do you think happened here?
What would y'all think?
Did Eduardo unknowingly speak to a ghost?
Like that happened to you, what the fuck would you do? Leave a comment. Leave a comment.
Or is there another explanation? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. David brought the doll into his home and almost immediately realized he had made a serious mistake. At first, he believed all of the strange activity was directly tied to the doll itself, so he followed the advice many viewers suggested. He locked it inside a cage and placed a Bible on top, hoping it would contain whatever presence was attached to it. But the activity didn't stop. In fact, many viewers believe that while the doll may have acted as a trigger, whatever came with it may have already spread through the house long before it was ever locked away. One night, around 4 a.m., David woke up to get some water. As he finished and started heading back to bed, he heard something that instantly put him on edge. Listen closely.
Noche. Están escuchando, ¿no? Son pasos. Esos son
Y'all
pasos.
listening? They're knocking.
Y los estoy escuchando, ya van 2 veces que los escucho.
This is the second time he's
Entonces la
been
segunda
listening
vez
to it.
dije, ok, termino de hacer la cama y empiezo a grabar. Ok, ya escucharon, ¿no?
What the fuck?
Entonces,
The ghost in there going like this.
¿por qué tengo la luz así? Porque me duermo con la luz de rojo. Y ya está. Y para los que digan, esas cruces que no sé qué, son adornos, nada más.
Nah, papi, porque tú tienes la cruz así, papi. And then he got upside down crosses and you expect us to believe. Oh, no, don't worry about those. There ain't no reason.
Entonces, ya encendí la luz del celular, ¿ok? Porque ahorita todo está apagado. ¿Qué voy a hacer?
That weird ass outlet.
Ahí se escucha.
That nigga in there like.
The sound is unmistakable. Footsteps. And David is completely alone. In the same video, viewers began focusing on other details. The red lighting in his room and the crosses on the wall behind him. David explained that the red light helps him sleep, and the crosses are simply decorative, not ritualistic, not symbolic, but many weren't convinced.
Yeah, okay, bud.
Some argued that red lighting is often associated with heightened emotional states or altered perception. Others claim that symbolic objects, even when
like
decorative,
bright
can
colors.
still act as spiritual triggers, especially in an already active environment. Trying to track the noise, David follows the footsteps, and it surprises no one when they lead him straight to the room where the doll is locked. But what shocks viewers most isn't the room itself. It's what appears just before he reaches it. A face, barely visible, peeking out from the darkness,
No, papa.
watching him. That single moment escalates everything. Because now there are 3 concerns: the doll locked in the cage, the red lighting and crosses, and a presence that no longer seems content to hide. David later shared that this wasn't the first time he'd heard footsteps. One night, they sounded so real that
Surprise,
he genuinely
motherfucker.
believed someone had broken into his house. Take a look.
Le mandé mensaje a un amigo y me dijo que se le ocurrió una idea. ¿Y cuál es? Que pusiera talco, porque así como pasó una vez en el techo, ¿se acuerdan que algunas veces se escuchó en el techo que pisaban?
He said he could hear people
Que
walking on the roof.
pusiera talco cerca de la muñeca, a ver si podía captar pisadas o algo por el estilo. Y ya ven que una vez de ese lado se escuchó que alguien venía así hacia mí.
Listen, I got a wild idea. Get rid of the fucking dog. Just a wild thought, you know. Think about it. Yep. Get the fuck out of there, dog.
After that incident, viewers urged him to prepare for the next time it happened, specifically by using talcum powder, a method some believe can reveal unseen movement through footprints. So when the activity started again, David knew exactly what to do. Watch this carefully.
Entonces, voy a poner talco y voy a ver si se logra captar algo. No voy a estar en todo el día hasta mañana. O sea, voy a dejar que pase una noche, bueno, la tarde de hoy, la noche, y lo reviso mañana a estas horas o un poquito más temprano cuando haya luz del día. Entonces aquí tengo talco para pies. No me importa usarlo todo. Bueno, amigas, bueno, amigos, así quedó. Ya está. No fue mucho lo que quedaba. Ya se vació esto. Voy a dejarlo así, qué sé yo, toda la tarde y toda la noche de mañana. A ver qué pasa. Es decir, en 24 horas.
So he putting that shit down to see if the doll's finna fucking come and walk out the little cage he got it in and leave her little footsteps.
Todo eso está el talco, ¿ok? Sí se ve bien creepy, ¿no? Ah, cosa curiosa. El rosario de la Biblia ya no... A ver, así. Ya no encuentro el rosario de la Biblia. Y si se dan cuenta, la muñeca se volvió a mover.
As he pours the powder, something else happens. A voice can be heard. And for those familiar with David's story, the voice is disturbingly familiar. From the very beginning, David has described hearing a voice that sounds distressed, sometimes crying, sometimes calling his name, sometimes sounding like it's asking for forgiveness, as if whatever is there isn't just present, but suffering. Then David notices something else. The doll has changed position inside the cage, and the rosary he placed on top of the Bible is gone. At this point, even viewers can't agree on what's truly responsible. Some still blame the doll. Others believe the house itself may already be haunted. A few think the environment, the lighting, the symbols, the attention is feeding whatever is there.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the face. Because once something is watching you, it's no longer contained. So what do you think is causing all of this? The doll? The red light? The crosses? Or the house itself? Marlene says she had been dealing with strange activity at her workplace for weeks. But on this particular day, everything seemed to escalate at once. She begins recording after hearing a series of random tapping sounds echoing from inside the wall that doesn't match pipes, heating systems, or anything mechanical. As she films quietly, the building's ambient music suddenly turns on, then off again, almost as if someone is flipping a switch. Moments later, the overhead lights change without warning, dimming slightly before brightening again on their own.
Like, this is not a joke. Oh my god. Where the fuck did the music come from? And the music just stopped. Oh my god, literally no one here. Oh my god, oh my god. Literally nothing here. Like, nothing. Like, I don't know what the all that noise was about, but there's nothing here. Nothing. It's insane. Oh my god. I'm so done. Oh my god, the light is off.
As Marlene walks down the hallway, the tapping follows her. Then come the footsteps, clear, deliberate, and unmistakable, despite the fact that she is completely alone in the building. Keeping her composure, she climbs a narrow ladder into the attic to show viewers what's actually up there. But the space is empty. No workers, no animals, no running equipment. Just dust and insulation. When she climbs back down, the feeling of being watched grows stronger. She turns the camera and realizes that the light she had left on just moments earlier is now completely off. Marlene insists no one else has access to the building during her shift, and with the footsteps, the tapping, the music switching on and off, and the lights behaving on their own, she becomes convinced that whatever is inside her workplace doesn't want her there. Raul was inside what appeared to be a storage unit when he decided to start recording, explaining that several items around him had been falling over for no clear reason. The space was almost completely silent, but the tension was obvious. Long rows of shelves stretched out behind him as he spoke to the camera, his voice steady, but his body language suggesting he was trying not to panic.
Actividad paranormal.
Según yo, ya me iba a grabar, güey. Porque mira, pero es que mira, se cayeron esas madres, ¿eh? Y luego, empezó de todos lados, güey. De todos lados empezó a caer este pedo. De todos lados, güey.
He said stuff been falling from everywhere.
¿Qué es
De todos
eso?
lados empezó a caer este desmadre. Pues no sé qué chingo está pasando, pero
You don't know what the hell's going on, but
no sé ni qué pedo, güey.
Mayer esa cosa hasta
Ya
que
no sé ni
viváis
qué
el
chingados
video.
hacer.
you know what the fuck's going on.
Porque mira, ya no sé qué hacer, si mandas ahora sí al padre o a ver qué pasa, o a ver qué pasa, padre.
Hice una pausa porque me entró una llamada cuando el aerosol se cae.
Ay, maldita sea.
Escoba se mueve.
Broom's about to move.
¿Qué hacemos?
What do we do?
Oye,
Oi.
¿qué, vas a barrer o qué chingados, fantasma?
He told the girl, what you gonna sweep or what?
¿Qué vas a hacer, cabrón?
Fuck you gonna do, motherfucker?
Dime,
Tell me.
¿qué chingados vas a hacer? Vete a la verga, vete a la
Fuck
verga.
yourself. Fuck yourself.
Aquí ya quería salir corriendo, pero me aguanto.
Hijo de puta madre. Cayó pinche celular, vale verga. Se madrió, ¿no? Y se abrió la pinche puerta del baño. Ni verga, güey. No hay nada. Eso fue lo que más me sacó de onda, güey, porque no sé qué chingados se
La puerta
estará
del refri
pasando,
se
o a
abre.
ver qué mandas o qué. Vete a la verga. No, vete a la verga. Ya chingas tu madre, puto fantasma de mierda. Vete a la verga, güey.
Fuck your mom, you
About
fucking
halfway
ghost.
through the footage, something
The refrigerator
disturbing
door
appears that Raul doesn't notice at the time. At the far end of the shelves, a tall, dark figure briefly leans out, watching him from a distance, before quickly pulling back out of sight. Raul only notices this later, while rewatching the video, pausing the clip to point out the exact moment it happened.
The thing's stiff as hell.
Not long after, a sudden loud
fuck?
noise echoes from a nearby room, sharp enough to make him stop mid-sentence. He slowly walks toward the sound, filming every step, when the door unexpectedly swings open on its own. Raul hesitates, then looks inside the room, but there's absolutely nothing there. No movement, no explanation. Between the figure he only saw later and the door opening by itself, Raul becomes convinced that whatever was inside that storage unit didn't want to be seen, but had been watching him the entire time. The paranormal couple behind the Paracurious TikTok account made a bold decision when they chose to investigate the infamous The Conjuring House. Built in 1736, the historic home is widely considered one of the most haunted houses in America. Over the years, several families lived on the property, many reporting tragic events, sudden deaths, suicides, drownings, and unexplained illnesses. But it wasn't until the Perron family moved in during the 1970s that the house gained worldwide attention. Almost immediately, they began experiencing intense paranormal activity, disembodied voices, Objects being thrown, unexplained bruises, shadowy figures moving through the halls. With that chilling history in mind, the couple ventured inside, hoping to make contact. They decided to use the ST's method, a technique where one person wears noise-canceling headphones connected to a spirit box, hearing only whatever voices may come through. Clayton asked the questions. Bailey repeated whatever she heard, and neither of them were prepared for what happened next.
Do you want me to read one of these books
Do
to
they
you,
have
April?
the
Over here?
fucking Annabelle doll there, nigga? Like,
Which one? What's the name of the book?
Glorious.
Glorious. I'm gonna try and find that. You want me to turn this
Back.
back? If it's over here, I will shit myself.
Book.
Can you tell me where the Glorious book is?
Down.
Down? Is it on this row here?
No.
Is it on this row?
Yeah.
Can you tell me the name of the book again?
a glorious accident right there.
Holy, no way. No. Okay, April, I got the book you've been talking about, the exact book, A Glorious Accident. Do you want me to read this to you?
To me.
Okay. Did your parents used to read you this book?
Book. Read.
Your mom used to read you this?
I don't know. They could
Yes.
be faking this shit.
Memories.
It quickly became clear that something in the room was responding through the spirit box, and the answers didn't seem random.
Like, she responded
They were
too
direct,
good. Like,
intelligent,
it's almost too good.
almost
I'm not even gonna lie
deliberate.
to you.
One response even guided Clayton toward a specific bookshelf, then a specific shelf, and finally a book with the word glorious in its title. And here's the detail that makes it unsettling. Bailey couldn't hear Clayton at all. She was only repeating the words coming through the device.
How do we know that, though? Like, how do we actually know that?
So either this was an impossible...
Because I've seen stuff like that, and even on actual, like the shows, but I've seen stuff like that, and they never get responses as quick like that. Like, they were just getting fucking responses back to back. Yes, no, like, I don't know. I'm honest, I don't fucking believe it.
coincidence? Or something inside that house knew exactly where that book was and wanted it found. Early one morning, a man was walking through a graveyard to check the grounds ahead of a funeral scheduled later that day. He wanted to make sure everything looked presentable before the family arrived. The cemetery was completely silent, just rows of headstones, neatly trimmed grass, and a light breeze moving through the trees. As he passed between two rows of graves, he suddenly flinched and grabbed his arm. It felt like a sharp burn, sudden and intense. When he pulled up his sleeve, there was a fresh red scratch across his skin, bright and angry, as if it had just been made. There was no one around him. No branches, no tools, nothing that could have touched him. Shaken, he immediately pulled out his phone and began recording, wanting to document whatever might happen next.
So I'm here this morning just to check, the site for one of our funerals today. And I'm checking the site. Nothing around me besides graves. And I feel this burn on my arm. I don't know if you can see that, but pretty deep raised scratch. I don't know what the hell. So it's a Monday morning, start of a new week. Maybe it'll be a good week. I don't see anything out of place or odd in the garage. Didn't see any prints or anything like that. So, Jesus Christ! What the f*** was that? Oh my...
The The footage jumps to the cemetery's small maintenance garage, where he goes to check if an animal or some loose equipment could explain the scratch.
He had to say
but before
small.
he even reaches the door, something...
Did the AI just diss they fucking garage, bro? He could have just said garage. He ain't have to say small garage.
Violently slams into the metal shutters from the inside. The impact is loud enough to echo across the graveyard. He jumps back instantly, pointing the camera at the shaking panels. Nothing hits it again. The door stays closed. The entire area is still and completely empty. Between the unexplained scratch and whatever struck the shutters, he becomes convinced that something in that graveyard didn't want him there. And shortly after this recording ends, he leaves the cemetery immediately.